Well, hello, everyone. It is, let's see, the very last class in May. And today is a review of Parry, Block, and Punch, our move from last week, and the brush knee sequence, which we've been working on for a while. So this is a consolidation day. We're going to get lots of practice. So this is one of those videos that if you use the videos, you'll be able to come back to work on those moves and to get both calling of it and to also just get lots and lots of practice. So I recommend it to you. We got a few people coming in. Well, let's start by practicing absolutely everything that you know. Welcome, Mariel. Nice to have you here. All right, so let's get started. In prepare, feet shoulder width apart, run through whatever is your list for your body shape. Feel that head rising up. Remember about that sense of sitting in a chair and opening. Left ward off. Right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Raise hands and step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee and push. Swing. Step. Polish the table with that left hand and strike. Hand strum salute, moving forward, giving way, stepping in, one line, two sides, weight back and strum that lute. And another left brush knee, swing, step. And right brush knee, hands coming up, coming to the center as you turn out. Stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. Left brush knee, same thing on the left, on your right side, and swing, step, polish the table, and strike. Another hand strums the lute, giving way, coming in, one line, two sides, pushing with that ball of the foot, heel touch, strum. And a final left brush knee. Parry, block, and punch. Starting just like those brush knees. Now when the arms come down, you're going to make about halfway down, make that fist with your right hand. Swing, step, one line, two sides. All of your weight shifting onto that front foot. Turn, step for a bow step, and punch. So let's do everything again. One more time. From prepare. Opening. Left ward off. Right ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Raise hands and step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee and push, swing, step, polish the table, strike. Hand strums the lute, shifting weight, giving way forward, bringing that back foot in, shifting back and strum that lute, heel touch. Another left brush knee, swing, step, polish the table, strike. A right brush knee, and left hand coming up, arms to center, stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table, and strike, and a left brush knee. Hand strum salute one last time. Bring that back foot in, push with the ball of the foot, and heel touch, strum. One last left brush knee. Always getting more practice on that side. And parry, block, and punch, starting just like all those brush knees. As you swing down, halfway down, make that fist with your right hand, stepping one line, two sides, bringing that arm up for a parry and stepping through block and punch as your weight comes forward. Well, folks look great at the end. So how are we feeling after a week? We're going to go do a lot on parry, block, and punch today. Or also, anything is fair game. So questions you might have or particular parts you want to work on. No new material today.
For me, I'd really like to just work on the last sequence of different brush knees going into each other. The right one is really awkward for me.
Yep. Right one is really awkward. That's right. Mariel says yes, that too. So there's a lot of that. All right, so we will do that. And before we do that, I did take I did notice something last week, so I wanted to just clarify something on hand strum salute. So we'll do a little bit of handstrom salute, just a little bit, just to kind of go over that, because that's something we'll take for granted. And then do those brush knee right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And we'll do some of that in lots of different directions. One of the issues with the brush knees is that you're always doing it. Also, the way it's done in the form, you have to be looking away when it's happening, and that's hard. It's hard to do it on that side. It's something that's unpracticed, and you're looking away. When we actually do it in the direction we usually do it when we're practicing, so we can do it in different directions. So we'll do that as well, and we'll do that sequence. I do want to save a good bit of time for us to do work on parry, block, and punch, but we'll also be working on that the rest of our time too, because it's a big move too. All right, anything else people had that they wanted to in particular put on the list? All right, so what I want to do is talk about, I'll show it to you from both sides. I want to talk just a little bit about, so here is at the end of left brush knee. Our left foot is forward, and our right hand has, we've struck with our right hand. So we're going into handstrom salute. I want to just emphasize the footwork here and how it coordinates with the hand movements. Most of you have this. So I'm going to push right now in just a moment with my back ball. And as I do, my body weight is going to go move forward and onto my left foot. And I'm going to open my arm out forward. And it's almost like I'm shaking hands with somebody. And then my right foot is going to come in one line, two sides. Now, when we come back, and you put that right foot down and shift weight back, I want you to push with your left ball and turn as you come back. Then you're going to put your left foot down, your left heel down, and one up, one down. So I'm realizing that you've seen it from that side. I'm going to do it from this side now. And you may be able to do it more easily with me. So here we are, right arm forward, left foot forward. We're in a bow step, shifting our weight forward. Arm goes forward, step in with that back foot. Now push with the ball of the front foot. As we do, also notice our left hand is going to turn. And our right hand has come out chest height. All our weight's back now. We're going to put our heel down, and then 30% of our weight goes on that heel as we strum that lute. So one more time on this side. I'll see if I can do it and look over my shoulder at you. So we were looking good. Arms are, we've just struck out, so that arm's pretty straight. We're gonna shift our weight forward, shake hands, bring the back foot in one line, two sides, then push with the ball of your left foot as you come back. Did you shift? Nice, you shifted your, good job, that left hand. Then heel touch and then rock onto that heel, 30%. Right. One up, one down. Great. Any questions about that? Or Lynn?
So I recall
not this last time, but maybe the time before or some other. It was either with Handstrom's elude or it was in the brush knee, is that the lower hand isn't like this, it's actually cocked up a little bit. Is that strum the lute one?
Yes.
Like,
yes. Yes. So let's see, how are you going to see that? I guess I'm going to come a little further here. So you're here. As you start to come back, you're gonna, this hand is, see how it's a little cocked? So all you have to do is bring it up. When I watch Master Yang, it's been a while since I've done that. He looks like what he does is when it comes back, the first thing he does is he relaxes it. Kind of like this. You see that? And then he turns it as it comes in. But it is and it's cocked so that he can come up. So we always want this shape, right? Right? If it was like this, we wouldn't really have the circle. So that's part of it. And you're going to be stronger that way. I want to emphasize though that this change, because it's going to be different in the second section. We're going to do a different move, and the footwork will be subtly different. So I want you to make sure you get it right here. We're never going to do this move again. It's the only move that is only done in the first section. Okay, so you want to celebrate it, do it right. You know? So I just want to I want you to know that when you bring that back foot in and you put your weight back, the front foot goes from the ball of the foot to push the weight back. Then you change to your heel. And then you one up, one down. We good? All right, so you've got it, Erlen? Good. Good, all right. So now we're just gonna skip all that, right? Because everybody has said last week and this week, the left brush knees just feel a lot better than the right brush knees, correct? We've had a lot more practice with them. So we're gonna do what we did last week, which is I'm going to ask you to mirror me. And if you're really good at, this could be hard. Oh, I'm going to take this off. This is not going to be my right hand anymore. I want you to sort of high five. That's your right hand. Right. Come back here. I'm going to talk about my the front hands and the back hands, or try to anyway. So there you go. There you go. So, so now, up. I think that's correct. There we go. Is that right? Yes. All right. Everything feels a little weird when you do it on the other side. There you go. All right. Settle in. Make sure your steps aren't too big. Nice. All right. How are we going to do this? Front hand rises. Simultaneously, as you turn in, you palm up, like you could read your notes written on your palm. Nice. Go stand in the corner and swing, step. Polish the table. You're moving forward and bend knee, turn your chest a lot. Okay. Now, next, this is going to be the comfortable one. Front hand rises, in, stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table, heel, ball, toe with that right foot. You're moving forward. Now you really turn your chest. Talked about that last week. And if you still have room, or you can just come back a little, we're going to do this all again. And a little faster. Front arm rises to the center, stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. And front hand rises, halfway, turns, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. Now I want to do what we practiced doing a little yesterday, because we've got some left-handers and some right-handers in here. Not yesterday, last week. Let's practice throwing balls. So I don't care as much. I just want you to feel the ball in your hand. So your hand position can be crazy, right? And be throwing balls. So let's start. Is this right again? Here we go. Here. Okay. Here we go. So here we are. You've just done. This is your right hand. Okay. So it's going to come up into the center. Put a ball in that hand. All right. Put a ball in that hand. I'm going to wait till everybody's here. There you go. And come back and get ready to throw that ball. You're like a major league pitcher right now. You're going to throw that ball, that hand that's far back. Get ready to throw it and throw it. If it doesn't feel a little bit like you're throwing it, work on that feeling of throwing, because that's how you're going to get the upper body coordination. Let's do it with the other side now. This hand comes up. These hands come together. Put a ball in the lower hand. You're going to go stand in the corner and you're going to coil up like a spring right here. Right here. You've got your front foot, your heel is all ready to go. You're all ready to bring this through as you unwind. So what I want you to do is have less of this feeling. We talked about that last week. Do this and then do that. Because of the body turning, right? You were like this. As you come through, do you see how that goes almost straight? So I want you to throw a ball. You're throwing a strike. You don't want to change its direction. You're throwing a strike. Okay? So whichever side works for you, one of them is going to feel natural and one of them is not. The one that feels natural, get that feeling. That's the one that's your dominant side. I'm ambidextrous, so I don't have that issue, right? but I know most everybody on the planet does. Okay. So so I just want you to experience that one more time. So just go ahead and throw a ball. Pretend to be like I don't know, a major league pitcher or something. Throw that ball. Throw that ball. Right. Right. Looking better. And your body coordinates when you do. Your upper body coordinates. So that's the coordination you want. All right, so we're going to slow it down, and that's going to make it harder. But I want to talk about where we're feeling storage. So let's see. We're going to go here. Okay. So this will be the non-dominant side for most of you. So we're going to come up and to the center stand in the corner, swing, step. Now, right here, I want you to take a moment. Can you feel like a spring that's coiled? Now, you're not going to release all that coil. You're just going to start moving forward and bringing this other arm in. And then you're really going to release it and push that arm forward. Now, on the other side, coming up into the center, stand in the, that was too big a step for me. Stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table. I want you to still feel like you're a spring, and now you're going to let that spring go as you turn your chest forward. So your chest has been turning a little bit all the time because your hips are moving, but there's a big turn at the end, and a real, you've been slowly coming forward, and your knee bends a little, but it bends, it gives its final bend when you do that. So we're going to do it in this direction now. So let's see. Let's just do the whole sequence. I realize, Erlyn, this will be your well, no, this will work for you too. So I think it will work for everybody. So I want you to start from empty stance, left empty stance in white crane. And we're going to do left brush knee. So our arms are going to rotate. We're having our weight come back. Look at that palm and swing, step, polish the table, strike, bend knee, turn. Give way. Remember, we talked about the footwork and coordinations here. Bring that back foot in, push with the ball of your foot. Your body is turned to the corner and heel touch, 30%. And right arm rotates. Swing step for a bow step. Polish the table and strike. Here we are, moving forward, up. Sorry, I said forward, but moving ahead. What I meant is moving on, yes. Coming to center, stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. And again, up to center, stand in the corner, swing, step, polish the table, strike. Hand strums the lute. And a left brush knee. How's it feeling? A little better, Crystal? It's going to take a while. Any more questions on this part? So let me tell you what happens to most people at this point. One of several things. For 95% of people, the right side will continue to feel weird for another year. For Erlyn, it may be faster because she's left-handed. I mean, or maybe faster front. So don't feel bad about that. How many of you are falling when you're standing in the corner, losing your balance? Okay. So let's address that because that's very common. And that's why I say stand in the corner. So when we're doing this, you know you're going to be moving kind of straight, but you really need to shift your weight, which has been along the center line, your Tai Chi pole, all the way to the corner. And you've got to wait until you get there to turn on your pole. If you turn before you get there and you're still traveling, you get weird vectors in physics. Ask a physicist, right? So you don't want to do this, right? You don't want to turn before you're there. You want to come up. You want to go stand. I mean, it's all going to be very smooth, but do you see how my Tai Chi pole is right over my heel and my leg? Now turn. And then come back. Okay? On both sides, this is true. If you're turning too soon and you haven't moved your Tai Chi pole, I got that from Kelly. If you ever have a chance to take a course with Kelly, she's just great. She just went and competed in 3 or 4 events and in an international tournament in Tai Chi, and she did really well. Right? So you're going to come here. That turn happens when your Tai Chi pole is right there. You won't tend to fall. Okay, we're going to do this again later. Any other questions about this part of the sequence? Okay, we had parry, block, and punch last time for the very first time. And it's a very big move, right? Very, very big move. So let's take it apart a little bit and do like the footwork and look at the hand coordinations, and then let's practice it. So when we start, I'm going to do it from here. Actually, I think I'll show it to you in both directions again first, just so you can really remember. So it starts out just like these brush knees, but instead of this arm going over, it's going to circle down. And when it gets halfway down, it's going to make a fist. And our footwork is 1 line, 2 sides. We take this 1 line, 2 side step, then something really weird happens. We come up like this. Again, you stand in the corner, you stand here with your Tai Chi pole, and you're not tipped, you're not anything. You've got a good Tai Chi pole, and you turn on it. Right there. You turn on it. You block. You probably are grabbing somebody's upper arm here. And then you come through. And again, in order to get the power, you see what my upper body does? I turn my torso square. I'm going to show it to you this way. So we were like this coming out of left brush knee. Sorry, my right arm has the red and black on it. Okay. Coming out of it, it looks just like I'm going to do another brush knee right here. But then as I get halfway down, I make a fist. Otherwise, my arm is in a very similar position. If I opened up that fist, the fingers would point to the middle of forearm. Okay? And it's right across in front of my chest. That arm is parallel to my chest. But look at my feet, 1 line, 2 sides. Then I'm coming up here. I am moving absolutely straight. Straight. And that back arm follows that front arm. It's also right near your shoulder. Isn't that interesting? It's near your shoulder, as if it was going to strike. Then there's this huge turn right here. I'm going to do it in slow motion. You see how I'm turning? There's that block. I am now, my chest is completely turned to the corner. I'm like a spring again, and I'm rooted in my front foot. I move forward and punch. And that blocking arm just bends in. So that in the end, it looks like this. Okay? So I realized I'm going towards you, so we're going to do it both of these ways because you'll see different things. So do it with me. You won't be able to always see everything because this goes in so many directions. We're going to come up. Our left foot turns out. Our left arm rotates. This is just like we've been doing. Now the arms are going to come down, down. See me making my fist and swing step. That step is one line, two sides. Now shift and go stand on that front foot. Release your back heel. Master Young said this in Paris. This is the position. You've still got a piece of a foot back there, but release your back foot. Now, where's your Tai Chi pole? Over that front foot. And I took a really long step. Okay, I'm going to turn while I'm balanced here. Swing that other foot forward. And root with my left heel. And then I'm like a loaded spring. I come in and I punch. Turning my body, looking good. Okay, we're going to turn around, do it from the other side. From here. Let's see, it was a left brush knee. Right, from here. Left arm rises, comes to the middle, left foot turns out. Go stand in the corner with your Tai Chi pole. Your arms are coming down and turn when you're in the corner, nobody falling. Nice. One line, two side step. Now, as your arm comes up, the other arm follows. You can see it now. And you're going to stand on that front foot. It's okay to let your back heel off the ground. Now, once you're here, stay here and turn. And then continue forward and turn back, turning your chest back and bending your knee. Okay, let's do it on both of those directions again. I'm going to try to take smaller steps. I'm making it hard for myself. All right, here we go. Coming up, a little faster, coming to the center, circling down, making that fist, one line, two sides, coming forward, and Tai Chi pose there, turn, step, punch. Going back the other way. From the end of left brush knee. Left arm rising, comes to the center. Stand in the corner. This time you're making that fist. One line, two sides. Go stand on that front foot and turn, block, and punch. Let's do it this way. This'll challenge you to remember. All right. So just do it behind me if you want. Left hand rising, both hands to center as the left foot goes out. Both arms coming down, swinging down, make that fist with the right hand halfway down, and stepping one line, two sides. Shift forward, stand over that front foot, and turn. Block, and then punch. So let's look at that footwork here. Let me start here actually. From here, we're going here, assuming you can see. Standing here. Stepping one line, two sides here. And then stepping out for a bow step here. So part of what's happening here is you started with your opponent absolutely next to you, right? But do you really want to hit your opponent in the same side? No, you'd rather move half a step over. So this does that for you. Then you can hit your opponent in the center. I mean, that's not like the only reason, but it demonstrates that for us, right? So that's what it is. Questions about this move? I know it needs a lot of practice.
Could you do just the footwork like you just did one more time?
Sure, absolutely. All right, so I'm in a bow step. I'm in a bow step. Shift back a little bit so I can move my weight to my left heel, and it turns out to the corner. My crotch is very open. I'm going to go stand in the corner, swing my right foot to center, and then turn out, turn my thigh out towards this corner and put my heel on the center line. So my heels do not cross, but they're close. Then I go stand on that foot. And as I'm there, right before I turn on my Tai Chi pole, which I've moved over this right foot, I raise my heel, okay? Then I turn, all I do is turn and swing this left foot out so that it's shoulder width apart, root with the heel, and then I'm going to be moving over into the center as I finish executing the move. Now, you could ask what is happening to our chest during all of this. So just to take that apart a little bit, we're like this and like this. My chest really hasn't moved yet. Here, my whole body is turning. My chest is now to the corner, but my body's kind of open to the corner. My hips are kind of to the corner, but this hip has turned. See that? This hip has turned. That's very open in here. Then here, my chest is not fully to the corner anymore because I'm moving forward, but I haven't turned it on my own, right? And there's that, that's where that is. Now watch what helps to power this block is this big turn. And I'm storing energy here because now in the back, I can look how far I'm turned. I'm turned to the corner with my chest. I can turn back. So we generate energy by turning in and by turning out. So there's some things where we turn out and some things where we turn in, right? And that's how we transmit energy. So we're throwing balls, we're throwing strikes, we're throwing punches right here. That's what's happening here. Okay, so if that helps you to figure out how it's supposed to go. Did that help Lima with footwork? Yes. Okay, so I think we need more practice from both directions, right?
May I
Little
ask
more
a question real
practice?
quick, please?
Yes, please.
I just want to make sure that I'm saying this correctly. So it's kind of like a strike first with like the back part of your fist?
No. Okay, so what we're doing, this is actually, tell you a little bit more about this.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
from here, there's two potential parries. Not that you would necessarily do both of them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get closer to you. This comes up and this. Right here, I can parry. Somebody's coming at me, right? I can come down and I'm turning my whole body. I can guide them to miss my center, right? Now they're coming at me with the other arm. Again, not that someone's going to do that, but they're coming at me at the other arm. I'm going to come up, and I'll show you this in a minute. I change to this being the energy point.
Cool. Thank you.
And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So what it really is parry, parry, block, and punch.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay. So that's what we're doing. So from here, let's just do it one more time from here, because this is the side we never get to see, right? Coming up and in, and now parry number one, and now parry number two, and punch.
Thank you for clarifying that. That helps me a lot.
Sure. Everybody, different things help with. Any other questions on this from folks? Okay, I want to show it to you one more time from the front, and you can just kind of watch it, I think. Just kind of watch it. So you can see what you want to see, right? Okay. So when we're not talking about it and we're just doing it, and from this side, okay, the other side you get to see a lot because we're going the other direction. All right. So you're feeling a little more familiar with both of these moves. These moves, people who have taken Tai Chi for 6 years will still ask about. The sequence, both of these sequences, people who know the whole form, and parry, block, and punch, guess what? Occurs in the second section and in the third section too. So you got lots of chances to like get that one right. It's not like strums the lute. This is your chance for strums the lute, okay? So how about we do everything we know? What do you think? Are there any other questions? No, I'm seeing enthusiastic thumbs up here. All right, let's do it. Prepare. I'm going to give just a few calls. Let's just really settle into prepare. Is your neck long? Is the very top of your head reaching up gently. Are your middle fingers sort of by the seams of your pants? Are you feeling really centered on both of your feet? Are you about to sit in a chair? You have that sense? That will lengthen your lower spine. And opening, our arms rising up, little wave at the top, and pushing down with power. As we do, our heads are sort of going up, leftward off, shifting left, turning out right, all our weight to the right, and close step, left ward off, right ward off, shift right, turn, all our weight left, grab, pull, and close step, small bird on your arm, roll back, shifting back and turning left, press, and push. Single whip. Let's throw that person in the corner, circle around, push down next to our chest, and then make that hook. Raise hands and step forward. All our weight to the left here. White crane, pulling down, arms circling, step, one up, one down. Both arms rotate, elbow drops, look at your palm and swing. Step, polish the table, strike, handstrum salute. Give way, shake hands, bring that back foot in, push with the ball of your foot, turn to the corner, heel touch 30%. Lower arm rotates and another left brush knee. Right brush knee, left arm rises, comes to the center, and stand in the corner. Now turn, step, polish the table, strike. And on one final brush knee. Here comes Parry, block, and punch in just a second. Oh no, actually, this is handstrum the lute. There's another one. Believe it or not, here we go. And another left brush knee. Look at all that practice we get in left brush knee. It's just not fair. Okay, now I know people need more room. I do too. So adjust yourself. You're in a left bow stance. Parry, block, and punch. Left hand rises, turns in, arms at the center. Both arms circle down, make a fist. And step one, line two sides, go stand on that front foot. When you're there, turn, block, punch. And one more time from here, parry, block, and punch. Coming up with that left hand to the center. Arms circle down, make that fist. One line, two sides, stand on the front foot and block, punch. We worked hard today. There is time for whatever question came into your head when you were doing all that. There is time. So do we have a question?
I guess it's not really a question, but more of an observation that for me, I think what causes me more often to fall over on the turn on your foot when it's in the corner, it's not so much the timing of my turn, it's more I don't have my foot out like at an angle enough, and so then my hip is not aligned. I think that like throws me off, and I notice that if I correct that more, then I'm more stable. So
Good on you. Right. So if I understand you correctly, you've got your foot like this and you're trying to turn like that. Is that what you mean, instead of like this?
Yeah, I guess I'm like doing it right now. I'm trying to remember if I'm doing it like I think I'm not turning it out enough, I guess. Yeah. So I guess it's a little bit, it's pointing a little bit too forward straight, I guess. Yeah. And then when I'm turning, yeah, it's facing the wrong way.
That would do it. That would do it, because you're trying to turn a lot. I mean, you couldn't do it this way. You couldn't, like it would be a problem, and you could also hurt your knee.
Mhm.
So the things to do in your home practice, and we didn't take time to do a lot of that, is in all of these, whenever you do this, I want you to just, when you're doing your home practice, I want you to really look that that knee is also in line with your toe. Okay. And when you go like this, same thing. If you're doing parry, block, and punch, you know, one line, two sides, make sure the knee is in line with the toe as you put it down. You don't want to have that knee out here and then go stand on it. I don't know if you can see that, right? You don't want to be, I can't really show you, but you don't want to be standing on, you know, standing on it when it's not on, right? So very, very important in these moves that you are opening here, opening those thighs out at your crotch. Very, very, very important. And if you're making a big turn, yes, get it out to the side. If you go past it, you'll probably still be okay. You'll just end up taking a smaller step here, right? So yeah, get it out there to the corner. Good observation, Mariel.
Thank you. Thanks for your feedback.
Anyone else? All right. Well, more next week. More opportunity next week. Thank you.